Crisi finanziaria e la crisi dei migranti hanno messo in discussione l'esistenza stessa dell'Unione Europea. Perché e di chi sono le responsabilità?
We all are, the North and the South, but primarily our ruling classes. The ruling class of the North wanted financial stability, monetary stability, constant fixed exchange rates to be able to sell to the rest of Europe without having to worry about devaluation. The ruling class of the South wanted their assets, their villas, their expensive property to be valued in Deutschmark. At the same time, the working class in Italy and in Greece had enough of inflation and wanted a hard currency. So we were all at fault. It's not a question of whose fault was it. The question is, what do we do about it, and who should pay the price for the crisis that was the result of a terrible architecture?
Ma c'è futuro per l'Unione Europea senza un'unione politica degli Stati europei?
No, there is no future. But the question is, how do you bring it about? At the moment, when the Italian banks are in the state they are, when the pension funds in Germany are in the state they are, when Greece is collapsing, if you and I were to have a conversation about political union, people say, what? So first what we need is stabilization. And then we need some recovery, hope to come back, and then we can have the conversation about political union. So this is what the European New Deal that we are presenting here in Rome is proposing.
Dopo la Brexit, un'eventuale vittoria di Marine Le Pen del Front National in Francia sarebbe la fine dell'Unione Europea stessa?
The Union is already at an advanced stage of disintegration. Is it going to formally be dissolved? I don't think so. But it will become increasingly irrelevant and increasingly fragmented. You already hear about multiple speeds. Well, if you take this to its logical conclusion, then you can call something a European Union which is in reality a European disunion. So that's why we need something like the European New Deal. We need it because, look, Brexit and Le Pen and all sorts of other nationalist forces in Europe are a symptom. They're not a cause. They're the symptom of the disintegration. So we need to end this disintegration. We need to stop the establishment from doing silly things.
L'uscita dall'euro, questa secondo lei è una proposta innanzitutto possibile e se è una soluzione?
Well, the idea of a referendum has no legs to stand on. It really has no logic to it. Let me put it this way. Suppose the Five-Star Movement is well ahead in the polls just before an election, and is proposing a referendum, and it's also saying that it will recommend an exit from the euro. That referendum will never happen, because even before the election, there's going to be a capital flight from Europe, from Italy to Germany, to Switzerland, to London.
In merito alla crisi dei migranti, l'Europa ha scelto prima la strada di un accordo con la Turchia di Erdogan, mentre l'Italia allo stesso tempo risceglie la strada di un memorandum con la Libia. Sono una soluzione queste?
I would use a different word beginning with S, not solution, scandal. The European Union-Turkey Treaty was scandalous. It is going to stay on the books of Europe's history as something that we, who lived through it and legitimized it with our presence, should be deeply ashamed of. What we did with that treaty was to give billions of euros to a dictatorial Turkish president. Why? So that he would allow us to violate international law on refugees. And the idea that this is something we should now do with Libya is an abomination.